Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Where tonight we're coming to you from Barber Motorsports Park, the shorter A configuration, round 7, season 28, Sunday Night Lights. Fascinating little track, not the full layout, missing the waterfall chicane, of course, but it's got little intricacies that make the racing really good when you connect the corners and get the flow going. It's a good night out, but looks like I, for the most part, or for the moment at least, flying solo, and we'll see how that goes. Could be interesting, but let's check out who's out there. Anyway, we've got about a 4,600 and something strength of fields, biggest one of the week so far. Let's check out some of the big guns. I have to dive down to number 4, Adrian Farinas Rodriguez. For S28 Racing out there, he's the first of the top 4 seeds out there, getting his laps underway. Even car number 5's not out there. George Matushinsky joins us once again. Great to see George out there. Good regular racer, of course, here on a Sunday night and throughout the Skippy season. Great to see him back out there. We'll jump back up to car number 2, Manuel Luqueta for Saybelt Esports. Beautiful livery they got going there, the black and yellow. Great to see Manu back after, of course, Spa 24, Saybelt Esports, plying their trade in the big events these days as well. Jumping down to Team Torpedoes. Great lot. Oh, he's the, what do we call him? The prodigal son. Tim Hendrickson, the Flying Dutchman, is back. Dario Fettini from Italy joins us once again in the red livery this week. He's been doing pretty well here this week, actually. Doing very well indeed. Had some good pace. Car number 9, Dimitri Philippides, joins us once again. Great to see him back. Of course, becoming quite a regular here as Ogihara sets the early pace. And we dive down to number 10. Leading ANZ driver here tonight, at least in terms of the seedings, is the head clown himself, Vasco Surovsky. Neil Gardner, Captain 499, leading the NZ charge of the ANZ club. He is back in action here tonight as car number 11. Car number 12, the aforementioned Hideki Ogihara. Great to see NRS participation there for Nagai Racing School. The great man himself, last season's champion, of course. He is out of action at the moment, injured, which is a dreadful shame. Russell Clark, the third, team boss man for Team Milo. Car number 13, closely followed by his teammate out on track tonight, Luke Witten. Great to see a second Milo car in here, as well as the great Luke Witten himself. Great to see him back in action regularly as Hendrickson drops to the top of the timesheets, only to be pipped by Rodriguez. As we continue through our field, Paul Wilson jumps up onto the second row to get pipped by Ryan Portelli. Wilson, car number 15, leading another driver in the ANZ Charles, Ryan Chenoweth. Snake Catcher, there he is. Goose Juice Racing, he's back in. Great to see him back again, having a crack in the top split. Gregory Adams, the second of the clowns. He's, I don't know what he's done, but he's cracked it for a top split run. And again, two clown cars in the same race. Fantastic. Ryan Portelli, car number 18. One but the last in this field for the ANZ club. And finally, Peter Vandernoord snuck in. He didn't. He was going to do his overlay thing and he didn't quite get it done in time by the looks. Or it hasn't synchronized yet, Vandernoord. Sleepy Cat Racing, if I'm not mistaken, on Twitch. Anyway, and that leaves, of course, our top couple, Christian Perez, who, I don't know, has set a time. Is he out there? Yeah, there he is. For S28 Racing, leaving it late, as has been his custom of late. And Adam Miles, team or community rep for Miles Ahead Racing and for the Skip Barber community in general. Oh, interesting. Didn't track all the way out on the entry to the final corner there. Cut the entry a bit narrow, potentially compromising speed, although interesting to see a few different lines through there as Miles at the end of his first lap moves up to P8 with a 104.7. Pretty reasonable time around here. 104.1 for Rodriguez on provisional pole. Luqueta, has he done 2? Yeah, he has. He's pulled up and he's only managed 3rd. I was talking to Manu earlier today. Said he wasn't too happy with his quali pace. But I guess time will tell how that is. Steph Herman. There's someone I missed in the call out. Car number 5. Steph's had some really good pace here, although that's not going to help him, is it? What lap's he on? Yeah, no, I think he's on an out lap, or at least it might be his first. Either that, or he's not going to get a good second lap in, because that was not a great way to take the turn 2-3 complex there. Sideways, opposite lock. It's probably not going to do the job. Perez now. He has set a 105.1. He's coming through the final stages. His second lap as Adam Miles jumps up to the second row. What's Perez got for us? As he comes around, again, cutting it short. There you go, folks. A couple of the top drivers in the world showing that you do not need to open up the entry on that final corner on the fast lap as he crosses the line. Now Perez jumps from 17th to... That's the time. He's straight onto pole with a 104.18. 1/100th. 1/100th better than anyone else here tonight. His teammate Rodriguez, dare I say, I think it's actually Farinas. I think it's Adrian Farinas. I'm going to stick with that, judging by he joined the Discord server before, folks. Make sure you check out our Discord server if you have a mind. I'll even put it up there so you can have a look. Join our Discord server where you can keep up with the latest SNL and good lot of community skip Barber action there as well. So make sure you check us out down there at the Discord. And I saw Adrian join this afternoon, so I think it's Adrian Farinas, judging by the name there. Anyway, we'll see as time progresses. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone left out there on track. I can't seem to find anyone, although I hear some folks out there. Anyway, there we go. Miles, he's still out there getting some laps in as I think while he's just... Yeah, it's just come to a close early as everyone's rounded it out. All right, let's check out our grid for tonight. Christian Perez for Astro Racing does a 104.1. Good time around here. That's one of the best of the week, actually. He might even scrape in for the best of the week. Great job from Perez there, just ahead of his teammate Adrian Rodriguez. For Astro Team Racing, just 7 1,000 separating the two purple and white cars. Dario Frattini, like I said, been doing great, particularly in quali. The Italian driver sitting on the second row right next to his compatriot. Look at this. But all European front four. 2 Italians, 2 Spaniards. Seibelt Esports, Manu Laketa starts from P4. Adam Miles from Miles Ahead Racing out of P5 here tonight, 2/10 off pole. Vasco Sorowski, Team Clowns, puts in an excellent qualifying performance. Sticks it on the third row, starting out of P6. Great place for Sorowski to mount a solid challenge at this one. We're at a place where it's pretty tough to pass and the action can get hot and heavy. Steph Herman starts out of 7th tonight. Seen him do better. Interesting to see how he manages the traffic tonight, as is the case with Ryan Portelli, the second highest qualifier for the ANZ club, starting out at 8th. Tim Hendrickson for Team Torpedo, the Flying Dutchman, only managing 9th. This time round, 4.5 tenths. He must have been something going on there, I think. Must have made a mistake or two. Luke Whitten for the ANZ club, the first of the Team Milo car, starts out at 10th tonight. Out of 11th tonight, we have Paul Wilson joining us once again for ANZ, as is Captain 499 Neil Gardner. As we go over the page, 13th off the grid tonight, Dimitri Philippides, just alongside him, the snake catcher for Goose Juice Racing, Ryan Chenoweth. Hideki Ogihara, the lone Japanese driver in the field for NRS Racing School. Peter van den Oord, another Dutchman, I think. Judging by the name, starts out of 16th tonight, just ahead of George Matsusinski out of 17th. Team boss man for Milo, Russell Clark, starts one ahead of Greg Adams as everyone jumps to the start. Here we go. Got a better camera angle. Not really. There we go. They are away. The lights went on, the lights are out, and we are away for the big one. 23 laps around the short A configuration of Barber Motorsports Parts. Barber Motorsports Park as the 2 purple and white cars lead us away once again this week. So we can get a bit of a wider shot as all the cars run through, stream through, if you like, down into the turn 5 braking zone, which is where the moves start in earnest. Frattini throws the nose and his night is over. That's not how to get through there on cold tyres, let me tell you. There's a bit of chaos behind. Everyone seems to have managed it okay, I think. Greg Adams was the final. There's a bit of smoke around. Oh, there's some smoke there indeed. As Hendrickson, Ogihara's crashed. I think that's about where it was. Let's go check out what happened there. Side by side. Oh, the blue car there. Was it Ogihara? No, then Ogihara comes through. Oh, and he's just turned as well. I reckon if I look at Hendrickson, we might actually get the deal on that one. Let's see what happened. Hendrickson comes. Oh, it looks like a big bit of netcode for the blue car in front, which was Portelli, I think. Anyway, let's go check out what's happening at the front. Sorry, folks, got a bit distracted there. Get the action a bit closer, see what happened. Look like a massive netcode. The two purple cars, the 1 and the 4, getting away. Perez and Rodriguez chasing the big points. Just behind them, Sabelt Esports, Manu Luqueta and Adam Miles. The big guns are out. Fratini, unfortunately, gone from this one. Swarovski just hanging on to this lot. Oh, that's a terrible camera angle. The wider shot sees he's in amongst that chaos. Oh, the rear of the clown car really looking to get go, stressing how hard he is trying. He's about 8/10 off the back, if I'm not mistaken, and you know he's at very high risk of getting dropped here, particularly when the front two purple cars, let's just say they're working together, one almost pushing the other there. Farina is pushing Perez along, and Luqueta, who said he struggled here a bit in quali this time round. This week has certainly had been okay when the racing's been on, which has been good. Adam Miles has had a few quali woes in recent weeks. Did well enough to be around in and around the front pack. Closes up a bit through the chicane there at 5-6. Very crucial part of the track. A lot of different ways that people have been taking that one. Quite unique in this configuration, of course. And yeah, but there seems to be a really quick way that some of the guys up the front end of the field have found to do it. Yours truly, notwithstanding, I was watching a few of these guys drive away from me in that chicane. I couldn't quite figure out how they would nail the exit so well. I think there's a bit of throttle magic going on there in terms of the skill that they're applying and the timing of the application of throttle. Very interesting the way the car reacts, and you can steer with the throttle similar through here at turns 2 and 3. Through here you can just use the throttle to bring the nose of the car around, just feathering it. And that'll help with the rotation as they head up the back straight again down into the primary passing zone at turn 5. This chicane that we've been talking about cannot get much closer than that. A lot of trust between these guys, obviously a lot of mutual respect. Perez is one of the best drivers, if not the current form in the series. Again, we've said it before, stated objective is not to win the series this time around, but he's doing a good job of it regardless. And although he does have Farina in his mirrors and dare I say in his head at times, he's called Farina's his kryptonite. And yeah, just those tighter lines that Farina's taking to get a bit better visibility at times. Very hard when you're tucked up behind under the wing. Oh, that's pretty tight. You'd want to get it sorted before the braking zone. Interesting. Excuse me, Luqueta now. So we hop on board, Manu Luqueta. He that's what he's got. Look, that's a decent gap there. It's about 6/10, right on the cusp of the faster drivers getting away. Because they're going so close in front of here, you can potentially catch up a little bit in the braking zone because there's not a lot of compression to happen there. And if anything, Rodriguez would have to back off a little bit. But interesting to see how that gap maintains over time. It's just around that 6/10 mark. Adam Miles is on the tail end of that. He is 4/10 behind Luqueta, and his fate in this one really tied to Luqueta's, has to be said. Swarovski now, he is out of the draft and cruising around in 5th with Herman chasing up behind him. And Herman looking to run down the leading ANZ driver in this one. Paul Wilson, he's up 4 positions if you don't mind. Paul Wilson, he will be cheering. Car number 15 sitting in 7th up 4 positions and about to score 62 I rating. When was the last time he scored 62 I rating for finishing 7th? Fantastic. Ryan Chenoweth, the snake catcher. He's under all sorts of pressure from Matsushinsky. That's a top drive from Chenoweth. He's up 6 spots. Only bettered by... Oh, we've seen a change for the lead. In fact, it's not a change for the lead. Luqueta's made the move on Rodriguez. Sorry, I'll cut that one short. And they've compressed up at the front. Let's go check out that move. Oh, what's happened here? I reckon Rodriguez is tapped. Oh, Rodriguez is tapped. Hang on, I want to see this again. I reckon Rodriguez. Let's hop on board here. Oh, I reckon Rodriguez has tapped him on the straight. We saw how close they were going. He is dead set, and the wing's damaged. Oh, how do you reckon the team bus home's gonna go? Seriously. Wow, and that allows Luqueta to go through. Wow, the team orders and the team... Wow, that's big news here for Team Astro. There's one thing to be kryptonite. Look at the rear wing on Perez, though. It's all sort of crumpled. That, yeah, I think the smiles just left their faces. Swarovski, he's still behind there. He probably hasn't got the gap back, but that leaves us with this front pack of 4. The 2 purple cars split by the very hard charging Luqueta. I wonder how Rodriguez is going to respond to that, because he's now got the black and gold car in between him and his teammate who, yeah, I don't know, the radio chat would be interesting if nothing else, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's go back, check a couple. Oh, is Rodriguez really letting the rear sing through the penultimate corner there at the tail end of lap 7? Tell me Perez hasn't got the bit between the teeth, seriously, after that. Oh, as we're seeing, oh, there's a big bust up out the back. That's Luke Whitten. Let's check out what happened there. They're side by side through one of the more challenging sections at turn 8. Look at that. They're almost 3 wide on exit. You got the snake catcher, Adams, and Milo's Luke Whitten. Adams closing the gap into the next. Oh yeah, there's no gap there, I don't think. I think Luke was a little bit short there. Whitten may have needed to lift a little bit. The snake catcher sneaks on by, and then bang. Oh, in the background, was that the 15? Wilson, I'm not sure. Did he get through? And Ogihara going through as well. Oh, very unfortunate there for Adams. He wouldn't have been too happy with that, I wouldn't have thought. Rear wing, he survived though, and Ogihara's in front of him. Let's check in with our leaders. The front of which Perez last time round set the fastest lap with a 1:03.6. This time he's going to... Oh, Farina, surely he's learned. Surely he's not going to do the same to Luqueta as they compress into the braking zone at turn 2. On the exit now, the double apex out of 3. They call it 2 corners there, but I suppose you can double apex it, so we might give that to him. That's 2 corners. As we come down to the braking zone at 5, Farina's looking into the braking zone on Luqueta. Oh, Luqueta makes beautiful allowance there for the car coming off the apex curbing of Farina's. Farina's now having the inside into turn 7, and Luqueta gives it up. Discretion the better part of valor there. Miles all the while sitting on the back, thinking his opportunity will come as we're not even halfway through. And certainly Perez thinking this is half a chance to get away. And that is also bringing Swarovski back in, who is now only a second off the back. You can see what Battling does there. He was, 1.5 seconds. He's got up at least half a second back, I reckon, in that battle. And staying ahead of Steph Herman now. Swarovski actually setting the fastest lap of the race. Solo. Beautiful driving from the head clown there, and he's looking to bridge the gap. He's now under a second and getting a whisker of draft down nearly to 9/10 as we speak. And the front 4 bringing in a 5th clown at this stage. Fantastic. All right. Just spotting anything else going on in the background. That's Chenoweth, the snake catcher. We got Philippides and Frattini after that major blunder at the start, down 6 positions. Biggest mover in the field just ahead of him in George Matsushinsky. He's up 9 positions. He's got air either side of him though. 5 seconds ahead to Wilson. Wilson again, just Fantastic drive. 4 positions up. Obviously, Matsushinsky's done twice as well, but Wilson, I cannot imagine what's going on between the sides of the helmet. Oh, surely not. I cannot believe what would be going on in the helmet there, Paul Wilson. And biggest race of the week, he's sitting in 4th, up 4 position in 7th. Sorry. As we see now, let's check this out. Do you reckon he gives him a bit more room this time? I reckon he might. Although it's looking pretty tight. Surely, yeah, look, there's kind of half a nose cone there maybe this time round. A little bit more margin for error as Witten leaves the pits. Just coming out of the pits now, if I'm not mistaken. Luke Witten, yeah, back on track, a lap down, I think, as we rejoin our leaders. Perez, Rodriguez, Lucetta and Miles. Swarovski now, as they've settled down, he's now, oh look, he's down 3/10. Excuse me. If they, as soon as they start battling though, that's when it'll happen. I think the smart money's on Lucetta and Miles to sit tight and really not push the point until the end. There's no point in pushing it until the end here. They can just drive away from the rest of the field and then, roll the dice at the end. I mean, we're just coming up on halfway about now, as it turns out. About now, just about into the braking zone up here will be halfway point in the race, and no point in showing your cards too early. Oh, I tell you, not leaving much margin still is Rodriguez. Seriously, interesting. Swarovski now, what's he? 1.3, 1.4 as the front 4 settle down. He is having to struggle to hang on. Frattini starting to move forward. He's caught up about half a second. Also in the last couple of laps on Matsushinsky in front of him. Philippides running a solo race. The snake catcher, Ryan Chenoweth, up 3 positions, sitting inside the SNL points for 2nd week straight. The Goose Juice Racing, great drive from Chenoweth. Ogihara after that early exit or that early incident in the Subaru Liberty livery. There you go, the Subaru livery. Up 6 positions behind him despite the big incident and the crumpled front and rear wings holding him back. The second clown, Greg Adams, is in 13th position as action up the front starts to heat up again, and through goes Rodriguez. Perez hangs on to P2. A lot of respect between Perez and Lucetta in particular. Rodriguez similarly has respect for his teammate. Not enough not to bunt him on the straight apparently, but a lot of mutual respect. And Miles similarly. Those guys know how to race hard and fast typically. Stuff does happen, of course, when you're right on the edge like these guys are. Bit of a gap there for Rodriguez. Look at it, last time round set the fastest lap with a 3.2, 1:03.2. This time they won't be as fast because there was an overtake going on in there. Would have helped Swarovski a little bit. That gap though is out to about 1.7 seconds, even with the overtaking manoeuvre. It'd be so frustrating to see those guys coming back at you as they were battling and then driving off again. I know it is because it happened to me last night as Lucetta makes the move, shows the nose into 5 side by side. They go. Can he do the switchback? No, the wide line there doesn't work and leaves you vulnerable to Miles behind, who is not Miles behind. It's not Miles ahead either as per the team name, but he is tucked in behind there. Tucked in behind the beautiful livery of Saybold Esports Manu Lucetta. I love the wheels there. Isn't that a nice contrast? The blue wheels of Lucetta and the blue wheels of Miles and the yellow wheels of Lucetta. Yeah, well presented cars indeed. Steph Herman, he is sitting about 2.8 seconds. Swarovski's got his number ahead there. Paul Wilson, as I say again, up 4 positions into P7 in the biggest race night of the week. He's about nearly 7 seconds behind the guy in front and 3 seconds ahead, but he's losing about half a second a lap, so he's at risk there. Depends on what Matsushinsky and Frattini do. Frattini won't hold back when he gets there, in my experience at least. And so that'll help a little bit for the longevity of Wilson's run in P7. Philippides got some good pace, but got some good damage there. He's been in the wars, that's for sure. The snake catcher, Ryan Chenoweth, he's about on pace or thereabouts with Philippides. Not really bridging the gap at the moment. 3 seconds behind. Augie Hutto's behind him, another couple. Greg Adams now in a battle with Peter Vandernoord. Vandernoord on debut, if I'm not mistaken, in the green Jaguar livery. I'm hoping the steam between the ears for Adams has calmed down after the earlier incident. He's got that little bit of damage. Won't do too much harm on the rear wing. Depends on what the suspension looks like. Car's been pretty tough front to rear contact this week from what I've seen. But the Sleepy Cat now looking to put the move on. Into turn 1, got the better exit. Side by side they go, and it is Vandernoord. Ooh, they're still side by side. Great drive around the outside there for Adams. Adams side by side with Vandernoord. But Vandernoord's going to get the better drive around the outside. The compromised exit for the clown car of Greg Adams as they come down into the primary passing opportunity in Vandernoord. The Sleepy Cat gets it done into the braking zone there at turn 5, and on the exit turn 6 moves on. As we check out with our leaders once again, Rodriguez, Perez, Luqueta and Miles settle down at the start of lap 17 of 23 here tonight. They continue to lap pretty today. Something's happened here. Swarovski set the fastest lap in clean air, 103.2, and he's now 0.8. Something's happened, and I missed it somewhere. And other than Swarovski setting the fastest lap, fair effort, fair punt. Oh, he's got very deep there, very deep into turn 5. He says, I'm going to chuck it in and hope and see if I can't bridge that gap. It's cost him a little bit of exit as the interval stretches, but he caught up 2/10. He fairly flung it in there, and I reckon he's retained about a tenth of that. And he's got a whisper of draft. He's got more than a whisper. He's 6/10 behind. That is a sensational effort from the head clown. Car number 10 here tonight. He's dead set. Caught him. And I didn't see any positional changes. I didn't see any defensive stuff going on. The lap times weren't that bad. It was just Swarovski who, again, set the fastest lap. He was 3/10 faster than the cars in front last time round. What's he found? Is it an extra cylinder? Is it an extra leg? Is he just pedaling harder or something? I don't know. But he's catching them. Perez now. He's sitting in P2 behind Rodriguez still. Probably just moves to the right to discourage Luqueta more than anything else as they go once again. And Swarovski's all over it. He's dead set back into it. I'm going to have to talk to him. He's been holding back all week. Surely, how did he bridge that gap? Seriously. Fantastic drive from Swarovski. And he's dropped Herman to the tune of 3.8 seconds. Fantastic drive from the ANZ driver. Through turn 2 and 3 now they go once again on, I beg your pardon, the penultimate and final corners at 10 and 11. And it's pack of 5. Who would have thought? No way I gave any chance that he was going to catch him. And he's done it. Well done. And in fact, once again, with a 3 dead, 103 dead for Swarovski last time round, sets the fastest lap of the race. Finally got a sniff of draft, and he's using it to great effect. Fantastic work from the head clown as this pack is really kind of settled for the moment. It'll be interesting to see what he does now with that. As up ahead, we see Luke Whitten's gone into the pits again. I think he's had a crash. Hang on. Sorry, Luke, I better have a look. What's happened here? He's already used the fast repair, so he might be out this time. I think he's just pulled over. I think he's had enough. That's it. That's unfortunate. Disappointing for the Team Milo driver there, Luke Whitten. As we see these front 5 continue, line astern. The action heated up there for a little while, and I think with 4 to go, as they cross the line this time round, it is about to get interesting. As these guys once again circuit a shorter layout here at Barber Motorsports Park. It is still the purple Team Astro drivers up ahead. But it's great to see. Out of the 4 Europeans, we're on the tail of them. We got Swarovski now, who done all the hard yards. He just needs to do something with it now. As they come into the braking zone once again. Frattini now all over the back of Matsushinsky as he tries to recover some of those positions. Of course, Matsushinsky is up 9 positions. Is he willing to give up one of those 9? Frattini down into the braking zone at turn 5 as the weight of the car shifts to the front. Matsushinsky defending. Frattini goes quite wide on exit, leaves the room. He will swing out to open up the turn 6 there, 7 there, I beg your pardon, through turn 8 now, and he's got the job done. Nice pass. Oh, but Matsushinsky not letting him have it quite just yet. They hold in a reasonably tight line through there, bit of the curbing there, demonstrating how tight it was, and again not opening up the corner to the fullest extent. Trick for young players there, definitely. All right, back up front, pack of 5, Rodriguez, Perez, Luqueta, Miles and Swarovski. Still going at it nice and hard here. 3 laps to go, 2.5. Swarovski showing the nose on Miles in the background as the 2 purple cars continue to lead us. Farina's getting rotation off the curbing there. Through 5 on the exit of 6 though, well planted. As now, yeah, look at these 2. They've started, they're just inching away. I think they've got the pace just to keep this one to themselves potentially. Luqueta though, deceptively closes that gap. Look at that. Just perhaps using the extra space in the compression zone of the braking zone in the penultimate corner there as they exit to go. 2 to go this time round. The 2 purple cars have led this one from start to finish almost as they go through there once again. Frattini now not catching Wilson. He's only 1.8. I reckon Wilson, he will be cheering. He's got 2 laps to go and he's just got to hold on. Pretty much got to hold on for 2 laps and he's got an amazing finish. I expect we'll see him after the race for a post-race interview. Into the braking zone, defends Farina's this time round from Perez, his teammate. Side by side they go on exit. What's Luqueta got? He's going to drive up beside Rodriguez, who gets the better drive on the exit. Oh, and then he switches back underneath. He'll switch back underneath again after opening up for turn 8. Now he's on the inside of Farina's through 9, coming into 10 into the braking zone. He's still on the inside. Perez has got the move done. He's got past his teammate. And then Luqueta, it's going to compress there at the apex. He's got the better drive. Has he? Oh, Perez says thank you. And 3 wide. 3 wide, they're going to go to turn 1 as Miles finally makes a play. How's this going to work? Surely it doesn't. Miles really backs out there. Wise move. Oh, Swarovski shows the nose up the inside of side by side. They continue to go in front. Swarovski wants a part of it. Mild, but Linus turn they go. And meanwhile, Perez is out too. A 7/10. He's gone. Perez's race now. What do we got behind? Who's picking up the scraps? Is it Luqueta or Rodriguez? Luqueta on the inside of turn 5. That'll give him the outside of turn 6, but the inside of 7. They will continue. Although he falls in behind, that leaves Miles. See, Luqueta couldn't do the over-under switchback because Miles filled the space, comes up the inside at 9. Into the braking zone now, the penultimate corner. Perez is gone. He's got it 1. Have they got it sorted? Rodriguez in P2. And I don't think the draft to the line will be long enough. And it's going to be a purple 1-2. Perez takes the victory after 23 laps at Barber Motorsports Park. Congratulations. That leaves another purple car, Rodriguez, Luqueta behind him, Miles and Swarovski with a fantastic drive. 51 I rating and a hatful of points in the biggest race of the week. Fantastic drive. Pretty exciting at the end there. Took a while to warm up, didn't it? Paul Wilson, how's that? P7. Congratulations, son. Frattini fought his way back to P8. Massive drive from Wilson. I don't know who to give the drive of the night to. It's got to be almost... It's either Swarovski or Wilson, if I'm honest, as Adams now crosses the line just outside the points. But I'm going to say it's probably his best finish, P14, and incident-stricken as it was. Captain 499, I don't know if he's held the 499 now after that one, finishing down 3 spots in 15th. I'm going to imagine there's a story there. But, yeah, interesting. All right. I think that's everyone across the line. Let's go check out the results. There we go. Round 7, Barber Motorsports Park, season 28 of Sunday Night Lights. Christian Perez. I think he went flag to flag in the end. Well, there was some stuff along the way, of course, but the Astro Racing Team driver, just ahead of his teammate, takes out, I reckon that's about his 4th or 5th win this season. I haven't got the table in front of me, but a fantastic drive from Perez is definitely not trying to win it. Just ask him. Not trying to win either of the SNL or the official season, but comfortably doing both at this stage. Rodriguez, Adrian Farinas Rodriguez, he's the teammate there, almost killed his chances. Finishing second behind, just ahead of the Italian. The Sabelt Esports, Marty Lucchetta. Adam Miles from Miles Ahead Racing. He was up one spot. Of course, seeing Lucchetta at the expense of, excuse me, at the expense of Frattini, who chucked it up the inside on the first lap, and cold tyres caught him out. Lucchetta in third, rounding out the podium. Miles in fourth, just behind him for Miles Ahead. Vasco Swarovski, the head clown himself, finished in fifth in really pretty solid drive, I have to say. Up one spot again at the expense of Frattini, but fantastic effort in bridging that gap. Really, really impressed with that one. Steph Herman had better pace than that this week. Wasn't able to show it after a less than stellar qualifying performance. He's finished in sixth. Paul Wilson, up 4 positions. Car number 15 in P7. Massive effort, and I hope he jumps in to say good day. Dario Frattini, again, that incident early on costing him. He's been strong here all week and unfortunately unable to capitalise on that. 16 seconds off the lead in the end. George Mastrzyński just behind him. He was up 8 positions as the biggest mover in the field and finishing in P9. Dimitri Philippides, strong performance inside the top 10, up 3, finishing in 10th. Ryan Chenoweth, the Goose Juice Racing snake catcher himself. Hopefully the kids and the wife are watching on the couch again this week. And they saw him stick it one better this week. I think he was 12th last week. I think he's gone one better in 11th this week. Some good points there for the snake catcher. Hideki Ogihara for Nagai Racing School. The lone Japanese driver in the field rounds out the point scoring positions in P12 after, again, a bit of an instant-packed race. Peter Vandernoord, I'm going to say on... I want to say on W, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the Sleepy Cat himself, he's finished in 13th, just ahead of Greg Adams, the second of the 2 clown cars in the field. In 14th, 15th tonight was Captain 499 Neil Gardner, and Team Bossman for Team Milo. Russell Clark the third down in 16th, unfortunately, just ahead of Ryan Portelli, and Luke Whitten, the other Team Milo driver in the field, almost rounding it out. There's one driver we missed. Oop, there he is. Team Torpedoes, Tim Hendrickson, who, along with Whitten, were our only retirements for the evening. All right, let's get some stuff set up and we'll have a chat to a few folks. I'll just chuck it back to, hopefully, the start of the race. Grab a camera there and see how we go. We've got a few folks. I'll take them in finishing order tonight and see how we go from there. First off tonight, we got Mr. Adam Miles. Adam, mate, P4 in the end. Looked like it was a mixture of some crazy stuff early on, then it all settled down and then it headed up right at the end. 3 wide into turn 1, mate. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, qualifying could have been a little bit better, but to be honest, based on the quality pace I've had this week, a 1.0, was it 1.043? That wasn't too bad. Just, Astro Racing guys find another 10th or 2 in SNL when they need it. So P5 was all right. And then, yeah, I was just having a quick word with Vasco. It's when you're P3, 4 or 5, you're just in a wall of draft that the guys in front have got a draft, you've got a draft, and you just can't make any ground on a straight. So I just had to be patient really for 21 laps. And it all kicked off a little bit at the end, 3 wide into turn 1. I don't think any of us were going to give ground through there. I was on the inside, and there's such a savage curb on the inside. If you hit that, you're out in the grass on the exit of the corner. I would have bowled Manu, and it was probably Adrian at the time, out. So I went in pretty easy. We made it through to fight for the rest of the lap, and it was good fun. But yeah, there's a little bit of purple on purple action. I noticed 4 or 5 laps in. I think it was Adrian ended up on the grass. I thought, he might get a spot here, but he seemed to come out of it without damage. So Yeah, all up, it was a good race. Just so difficult to make any moves from P4.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You kind of draft lock there at a track where you don't get into fifth gear, and which is where, of course, the renowned draft of the Skippy really kicks in. But it certainly makes it interesting, and the flow and the connected nature of some of the corners. Yeah, you're right. You're really waiting for stuff to open up in front of you rather than manufacturing anything,
Yep.
which is one of the characteristics of this type of circuit. And look, it's all the same for everyone. Everyone got to get in and make it work, right? And you're right. It was actually Perez. They both went off. I think Rodriguez and Perez might have words at some stage after that one. Although Christian's in the green room, I might bring him up to see what he thought of it in a sec. But listen, look, well done on the drive there tonight. Very patient, and then really pushed the point at the time when it mattered. And sometimes you roll the dice and it doesn't quite go your way, but at least, mate, good points in that one. And a good result. So congratulations. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
The podium, obviously, and yourselves, but I wanted to call out Vasco because he dropped off early on, fell out of slipstream, but then I for about 10 laps I just didn't look at where he was. I thought, Christian's leading, of course we're going to be pulling away. There wasn't a lot of fighting going on, but he came back. I mean, a tenth a lap, he just super consistent, quicker than us effectively at the front, and he latched on with a few laps to go. So if he'd started up front, I think he could have won it. It was super quick.
Yeah, it was a top drive. I spotted that during the race. I struggled for words actually. He did a fantastic job. So absolutely. Anyway, Adam, thanks, mate. I really appreciate the work you do for the community and the racing you put on here on a Sunday night, mate. And I swear to you, one night it'll be yours. I guarantee it. Just
Yeah.
all right, mate. Great to talk to you.
I'll hold you to that.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye
Thanks a
bye.
lot. Bye.
There you go, folks. Adam Miles, one of the good guys in the series. Great to see him as always. But now let's bring up the race winner once again, Mr. Christian Perez. Christian, great drive. Now, I think we can officially say there are no team orders in Team Astro Racing after the incident that put you on the grass, mate. Did you have fun out there at least?
Yeah. It was a tricky race because fighting with Adrian always is difficult and more even more difficult because it is your friend and teammate. So don't want to hit him? So yeah, just wait until the final for try to get 2 and 1. Yeah, I had the luck to get the better line.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You did really well there, I thought. Pushed the point when it mattered, recovered when you needed to as well. Great drive as always, mate. Hopefully a good challenge out there for you to keep you interested and hopefully bring you back. And again, I know you're not going for the series, mate. You're doing a great job of winning both SNL and official without really trying, but hopefully it's fun along the way. But congratulations, mate. Really top drive. Showed us all how to do it here tonight. Once again, and hopefully that continues for you in the future. Did you want to give anyone a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, of course, to you guys and to my friend, always loyal Loris and his father. And yeah, for you because this race every week is super enjoyable, and this is for you. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate it, mate. If that's what we get out of it, that's the best thing I can hear. As long as the racing's great, it's enjoyable. That's why we're here, mate. So thank you for that, and congratulations once again. Look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
There you go, folks. Christian Perez once again dominating with barely even trying. Well, nah, that's not fair. He did try pretty hard tonight. He had his work cut out for him. He had a few folks there giving him a crack right until the end. Now I'm going to do a 2-for-1 special here. I'm going to bring up both clowns in the field. We're going to have a shudder of clowns here momentarily. Welcome, boys. I'm going to go in finishing order. Vasco, well done.
Evening.
Can I
Evening.
just say, mate, stellar performance to bridge a gap like that. And I know there was a little bit of toing and froing in front, but there were plenty of laps where they weren't. You were purple in clean air. So really fantastic drive, mate. I hope you're pleased with it.
No, thanks, Alex. We are. Yeah, we didn't quali as cleanly as we wanted to. So, what it's like, you're behind, 5 really quick people sort of thing. So life's going to be hard. And then I struggled in the chicane for the first few laps. Like I said before, don't know why, but just wasn't putting it together. And then it started, but it was nearly a 2-second gap. And I was like, how am I going to bridge this? And to head down and chased. And, I told Greg last night, I said, I'm going to win SNL tomorrow. Right? But it didn't quite work out, but I'm still happy with where we were. So, pace-wise, I thought we were pretty good. And yeah, they're all really quick. And I saw they were having clean laps. I was really hoping they were going to fight a bit more. And when the clean laps, I saw I was pulling on them, I was like, well, maybe, a tenth, we'll take it and we'll just keep going. And then we hit the wall, got up to the back of Adam and was stuck. It was like someone moved somewhere, and coming out of turn 2, just Adam was really good coming out of turn 2. With the draft there and everything. And by the time we got to the chicane, I wasn't going to just send it on him. And then there was one point going into turn 2. I thought we were going to get him, but the door shut really quickly. So a bit of self-preservation for both of us. But mate, they're all fast, and yeah, it was fun. I'll take a 5th. I'm not normally smiling over a 5th, but we'll work our way up. Definitely.
Yeah,
but
mate.
Thanks. Yeah, very much.
No, top drive, mate. Really impressed with that. Adam said as much when we were talking to him just before as well, mate. Good call out from one of your competitors there. Top night out. But we've also got the other clown in the field, Mr. Greg Adams, who had a bumpy ride at the start there, but then still up 5 positions in 14th. Not a bad night out, mate.
Well, first thing I got to say is, woohoo! I made top split. Life goal achieved. Great to have a race at this level. Yeah, I got a bit lucky there at the start and managed to pick my way through some carnage up into 10th, but yeah, picked up a bit of damage and yeah, sort of rolled back to 14th. But yeah, totally, excited about that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. And you were right in amongst it too. So plenty of action around you as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's it's nice to race against all the guys that been watching on Sunday nights for so long. So yeah, that's great.
Excellent.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. All right, boys. Well done on tonight's racing. Really pleased to see 2 clown cars in the field again. Hopefully more of that in the future. But Vasco, first of all, anyone else we would shout out to, mate?
Oh, mate, you guys as always, and I'm going to throw it into you as well for being the pain in the backside trying to make you chase your points. So it's been a good thing. Obviously, the boys I really want to thank because, without them, it's no fun. And the other racers as well for being so great and driving us all to try to catch them. I thought we are going to get them today, but that quali, got to work on that. Definitely got to work on it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, if it makes you feel any better, there's about, it's nearly 20 points on me you got out of that one. So, yeah. Mate, that's my teeth grinding you can hear in the background, just saying. Anyway, Greg, anyone you'd like to shout out, mate?
You guys for putting on this broadcast that I've watched for so long that I finally managed to get on. And guidance by yourself and Vass has been awesome, and we've got our other clowns in the background, Doug, Martin, and Justin. So yeah,
beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, gents. Great to talk to you, and look forward to speaking to you again.
Thanks. Guys.
There you go, folks. Pair of clowns in the race, and I say that with in the nicest and all due respect, because that's the team name, the Team Clowns. So there you go. Great to see him in there. Great for Greg to get his debut run in the top split. He's been working hard. He walked away losing a bit of iRating, just won, but I'm sure he enjoyed the experience, certainly based on what we heard there. Now, next in our finishing order, and I'm glad that he's hung around, and I'm glad because he was up 4 spots, car number 15. We talked about him a few times here tonight. Paul Wilson. Mate, how was that?
Mate, I was very fortunate, but that's the most championship points I've ever earned in a race, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I got lucky early in the piece. The boys crashed left, right, and centre, and I just found myself in open space and just plodded along. Just had to keep away from Dario, George, and Dimitri towards the end there. Managed to keep the gap and drove on home. But yeah, got lucky early and happy days. Yeah.
Well, mate,
Hey,
you gotta take the luck when it comes your way because it's not always there.
Absolutely.
176
That's
championship
right.
points, mate. Take them all the way to the bank, I say, eh?
Bloody oath, happy days indeed, mate. That was considering the weekend I've had. It wasn't considering not even showing up. I've been I'm a bit dusty, let's just say.
But
Last
that's
couple of weekends have been too full on, so it's hopefully get back to some normalcy for the next few weeks.
yeah, beautiful. All right, mate. Well, congratulations. We called it out a couple of times on the night. I saw you in that little island there, and I could see the couple of guys chasing you down. And I said, "Oh, he's a couple to go. He's only got to hold on for." He's got 1.8 seconds, I think it was, with 2 to go. And he managed, mate. Well done. Fantastic drive. Congratulations. Great points. And hopefully more of it to come, mate. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Oh, you guys, of course, and everybody else racing. I'll give a special shout out to Jeffo for his iRacing dad jokes during the week. They were very classy. He was in fine form. So cheers, Mark, and I'll catch you soon.
Beautiful. Thanks, Paul. Good to talk to you, mate. And all the best.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. All the best. See you.
There you go, folks. Paul Wilson, great drive. We called it a couple of times here tonight, and he's done fantastically well. We have one driver left in the green room, the snake catcher himself, Goose Juice Racing, Ryan Chenoweth. Ryan, 2 weeks in a row. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was 12th last week, 11th this week. Couple of months we'll have you on the podium, mate.
10th last week.
10th? Oh, I got it the other way around. Sorry, mate.
I was in the points position.
Yeah, you still are, mate. We scored down to 12th, so you still got some points. That's great.
Oh, nice. Good to hear. Yeah, it was tough out there.
Mm.
It was like threading a needle the first couple of laps.
Yeah, quite a bit of action in the midfield there, and then the space opened up, and you managed to have a good run in the end.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad in the end. I couldn't catch the guys in front, but I raced my own race, and yeah, I was happy. I just want to finish.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You finish there, get some points, get some I rating, and some track time with some of the best in the world. Nothing like it, mate. Which is fantastic. And the family watching on the couch again tonight.
Yeah, they're watching as always.
Beautiful. Well, give them a shout out, mate.
No worries.
You give them a shout out while you're here, mate.
Thanks, Sean, Malia, Izzy, and I think my brother's watching as well, Toby.
Beautiful.
Cheers for cheering me on.
Beautiful. In fact, we might have had a special shout out in the chat during the race too. I think I spotted you getting the shout out. Might have been your brother this time.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, mate. Well, congratulations. Good result. 2 weeks in a row. In with the big boys. Hopefully more of it to come. And, we'll hopefully see you again next week.
No worries, Alex. Thanks very much.
There you go, folks. Ryan Chenoweth. That brings us to an end of the interviews. Great to see everyone coming in and having a chat. You can hear the enjoyment that they get here, which is honestly why we do it. As we always say, it's for the community, by the community, and that's how we like it. And to hear those guys coming in and talking about their experiences and how much they enjoy it from the top end of town right through the field, everyone's getting out there and having a good time, and that's a great thing about it. Great thing about the skips, great thing about the community, and great thing about a Sunday night here on Top Split TV. But speaking of which, that might do us, folks. If you want to check out anything to do with us, Top Split TV and the Top Split in the Discord, of course, is where the community is. The Top Split TV Twitch channel is where you'll find us each and every week on a Sunday night. Top Split on YouTube is where you'll find all our race replays as well as some of my own bumbling attempts to score points each week in the cockpit. And don't forget to check out our friends over at infiniteracings.com. They, of course, putting up a great prize for the winner of the series this season. The winner of the series getting a full year subscription to the great setups and track guides and everything over at Infinite Racing Services. If you score the most points in the second split or outside the top split at least this season, you will pick up a coaching session with one of the great and talented coaches over at Infinite Racing. The Skip Barber coach at the moment is in fact the great Manu Luqueta, who finished on the podium here tonight, one of the best in the business. And of course, anyone who subscribes to the channel here at Top Split TV during the season goes into a draw for a 3-month subscription to Infinite Racing Services. Go check them out, infiniteracings.com. All right, folks, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, thumbs up, all those things. Interact with the replay and the stream. It is something that helps us a lot. Get the good word about both the Skip Barber series and Sunday Night Lights out to the people. But for now, folks, I'm Alex McKellar. Thank you as always for joining us both on track and off. And until next time, I will say ciao for now.